students while guiding them for their project. So I'll just remove this one now. It is of I don't want to go further here. So here, in your case, observe here. This is advanced design of steel structures, ADDS. As you can see here, you have studied steel in 6th semester. So I'll start with a little bit basic only here. So what you need here is first look at the syllabus of this. This is, I think, 6 and steel structure it is. Today I'll just show you what is what, and we can always see. This is the steel table that you need to download. You may be having this book, I think, but if you're not having, I'll share it. So how many pages are there? You can see 97 pages are there here. This is the steel table by Agor. I'll go to the second page, third page. As you can see, 97 page. It is entire book I have taken here. Entire book of steel table is there. Any shape, anything that you want, you will get it here. Any page number, if you go there. So you need to go through this. If you're having physical hard copy, it is better. But while class is on, this is enough. So all pages we can see here. All rolled steel structures, whatever is there. I mean to say this is nothing but a complete soft copy of the steel table book. One thing is this one is required. One more is IS 800 is also required. If you can't see, you can tell me. If you can't see this one, you can tell me. There is no problem, because you may be new to this interface here. So again, you can see this is IS 800 2007. You can see number of pages, 150 pages are there. Okay, I just have to go like this. Now it is a little bit slow here. Now I'm in fourth page. Now you can see the fourth page. It takes some time so that the fonts are clear. It takes some time. It depends upon your net speed also. Now you can see all these. I'm in the fourth page of IS 800. These are the indexes given here. Section A, design of member subject to bending. If you go to page number this one, connections. So for your semester, for your subject, connections are important here. Location details of fasteners, bearing type of bolts. Okay, like this, you have to be familiar with IS 800 in order to get maximum here from this subject. You can see this. This entire book is there here, online only. Any page, for example, if I want to extract page number 74 and 75, for example, if I want to show it separately, only those two pages, I'll click here. I'll just type some name. I don't know what is there in that page, but 74 and 75. I want just those pages to explain. For example, for a particular problem, I need to refer a specific page. That time I can do it. I cannot go on flipping the pages here. 150 are there. So any specific page, if I want to extract it directly, I'll click here. I got two pages here. See, those two pages, I got it. You can see this. So this particular bearing stiffeners, diagonal stiffeners, Those two pages I have extracted. Now I can just start a combined shear and bending. You can see here combined shear. Only those two pages I have extracted. Any page can be extracted here from the entire book. Only specific pages can be extracted. You should be careful about that, because unless you know any, for example, for any design problem, when you read the problem, you should know which pages I should refer to solve this problem. You can't go on searching it. 3 hours will not be sufficient if you do like that. That is why you have to remember. See, for example, module one. Once module one is taught to you, just in the syllabus copy, you should write IS 800. These are the pages useful for this particular module. Otherwise, you will be just searching the pages only in the exam. So, like this, you can see here. So after this, I'll just go to this one here. These are the two books I'll be having here. One book is IS 800. One more I'll download it. That is SK Duggal book is also there, soft copy. I'll refer that wherever it is required. In the today's class, I'm going to solve one simple problem on welded connection, which will be very simple actually. You can see that one. Welded connection. I'll start with a simple strength of material formula here. How to get how to design one simple connection here, which is the connection has to resist only the vertical force and not moment. It's a first type of example here. I will show that one. Before that, you can see if it is not downloaded, I need to again download it. Syllabus is, I think this is analysis of determinate structures. Okay. I'll show you the syllabus that subject. What is there in the subject? I'll show you today. I'll solve one simple problem without wasting time here. Any doubts are there? You can raise it in between. Okay. You can see this one here. I'll just now the time is 9:24. I need to solve one problem actually. 18 CSC 21 is one. This one. Yours is 20, I think. Okay, 20. That is also I'm having it. Both are same. Syllabus 18 series and 20 series are syllabus is same here. Anyway, I'll just open that also here. Are you able to read this here? Can you read this one, or you want me to zoom it further?
We can read it, sir.
Okay. Because this is a new mode of teaching learning. As you can see here, you have to just chalk and talk was better actually, but somehow we have to adjust and try to enhance our knowledge here. There is no other method now. We have to adjust with this new set of new mode of teaching learning, and you have to somehow we have to gain more knowledge. That's all. So here what I will do is I'll exactly upload that 20 series only here. 20 series, I think this is the 20 series. I'll upload that particular syllabus. Actually, both are same, in fact, but even then, everything is same. I checked it. I'll go to the next page because I'm having both in a single PDF file. I'll show you the 20 syllabus, 20 series. Then I'll start one simple example here. It is taking time because it depends upon the net speed actually. A lot of patience is required here. It is not like usual physical mode I am telling you. I think this is 20 CSE 21. If you look at this one here, it is 3 is to 0 is to 2 here. I think this one you know it, how the pattern of and all this. 40 marks for a CIE, 40 marks for SEE. Engineering mechanics, strength of material, structural analysis, design of steel. This is a prerequisite for this subject. You should have some fundamental knowledge about these subjects. If not deep, at least fundamental knowledge should be there so that you can understand better. Otherwise, you have to struggle more. If you are not having the basic knowledge of these subjects, you need to struggle more here. Now you can see laterally unrestrained beams. So if you refer any textbook of steel structures, and when you open this chapter design of beams, this is the second part of that particular chapter of any book, because in sixth semester you have studied laterally restrained beams. Just observe this. Only change is one word, but the level of difficulty is slightly more now. See, you can see this laterally restrained and unrestrained beams. So first chapter you can see here, laterally unrestrained. It is just an extended chapter of design of beams. You can see here, lateral buckling was not considered there. Lateral buckling of beams, factor affecting lateral stability, IS 800 code provisions and all that. So monosymmetric and non-uniform beams. So here, usually see what is the normal procedure that we do here is, see, because sometimes what happens, the syllabus will not be clear. How much depth I should go, it will not be clear. That time we go back to old papers. Old means same subject papers. In that paper, which problems they have solved. For example, they say shear center here. See, even though one last towards the end they have written something like this: concepts of shear center, warping, uniform and non-uniform torsion. But if you see the question paper here, there is a problem on shear center only directly. One small topic will be there. There will be two problems on that topic. That is why ultimately how to understand the depth of syllabus is, first read the particular module, check the at least 3 to 4 previous question papers for that module. You will come to know to what depth we should go here. So this is laterally unrestrained beams is there. Beam columns. Behavior of short and long beam columns. So columns which are subjected to both bending moment and axial forces. Okay. So that is a, again it is more of a problems only. All are 8 hours as you can see here. Is it clear this one? Module 3 has come here, no? Steel beams with web openings. Now, if you look at module 1 and module 3, you can see how much importance is given to beams uh, of steel structures, beam design. Even module 1 is beam, module 3 is also. See this, steel beams with web openings, we have to study that one. Cold formed steel structures. Again, you need to download IS 801 and 811. You may be having IS 800 right now. You need to download, it is available on the net. IS 800 811 code provisions for cold formed steel sections. Then finally some theory is there, fire resistance and all, fire resistance, level, structural adequacy, all this is related to fire resistance, because the most vulnerable steel structures are vulnerable to fire hazards. Okay, so this is about your syllabus here. As and when we proceed here, I will take up those individual modules here. Today I'll solve one problem in which beam and column connection is there. It is a welded. It is 9:32 right now. The time is 9:32. Just observe here. I'll be able to complete it in, let us say, 15 to 20 minutes. I'll solve it. Observe this. If there is any audio problem or anything, you can directly call me. You can directly call me and inform that some audio failure is there or some problem is there. Directly you can call me. So here what I will do is, I'll take you back to the simple welding first. How to solve a problem on, before I start this actual beam column connection. I'll start with the basic how to understand a welded connection. Observe this one here. What we studied in strength of material is, in strength of material, when you see here, I'll write one simple formula here. See this one, very basic, first chapter, first module of strength of material. This is a formula that we use in strength of materials. So when you define stress, it is a resistance to deformation, or in mathematical terms, it is P, that is F is equal to, what is that? P divided by A. I have started with extremely basic equation here. So this gives me P is equal to stress into area. Now I want to find out a resistance developed by the weld. I'll just further modify this one. So load carrying capacity P is equal to stress in that material. Remember, it may be allowable stress or it may be ultimate stress, depending upon whether you are calculating working load, okay, service load or ultimate load you are calculating. If you are calculating ultimate load, this is ultimate stress into cross-sectional area. Okay, so if I want to find out the resistance developed by the weld against axial force or moment or whatever, here this is axial force. What I should write here? Permissible stress in the weld, or we can say ultimate stress in the weld into area of weld. I'll just give some notations here. Those notations which are relevant for highest code book only I'll use later on. But basically what I'm trying to tell you, you observe here. Resistance developed by the weld is equal to stress in the weld into cross-sectional area of the weld. So here, what they have done here is, there is one formula given for this. There is one method is there for calculating area of weld. So area of weld is length into, usually you can see in area there will be two dimensions. One is length, one more is another dimension which is perpendicular to the length. So here what they have done here is, just observe. Very basic welded connection I have started. This is, as I told you, I have started with very basic strength of material equation. You can see this. Then I converted it into welds. Now I'm going to tell you what is this and what is this, so that I can directly solve one problem here. Now observe this. So here, design load calculation. For example, you can see this basic problem in welded connection. basic elementary. When you try to solve problem number 1 in welded connection, you will be attempting this. This is 250 ISF 14. 250 ISF 14 means Indian standard flat. 250 means width, 14 means thickness. You can say like this. I think you may be knowing this. I don't know whether I'm repeating all this. 250 ISF 14 means what I'm telling now. This is 250. Width is 250. 14 stands for thickness of the flat. Okay, it is a IS Indian standard flat. It is just a rectangular section. So this is connected to one gusset plate. Okay. Now, how do you find how much the load it can carry if the design details are given? If the design details are there, we can find the load carrying capacity. What are those design details? Design details means first thing is the dimensions of the weld. Second one is stress in the weld. Stress in the weld. So stress in the weld is related to the ultimate stress of the material of the weld. Now you observe this. All these expressions are available in the code book also. Just observe. Now, load carrying capacity is equal to this stress into area. Area is length into what is called as throat thickness. Do you remember what is throat thickness here? What is the meaning of throat thickness? Because it is important to understand the resisting area of the weld, then only you will appreciate how much load the weld can resist, or what is the load carrying capacity. Now I'll draw this one here. I'll draw one cross section of the weld. This is elevation of two plates connected here. This is how it looks in cross section. Idealized. Exactly when you go to the site and when you try to check the cross section, it may not look like this. It is idealized. So here, this is the whatever I'm showing here. This is the cross section of the weld. Okay. So perpendicular to this direction is the length. Somewhere here, I need to understand what is throat thickness. Observe this. So I'll draw one line here which connects. Usually this is 1.5 gap is given here. 1.5 mm gap is there. That gap is whatever this gap is kept. Some allowance is given here. This is usually 1.5 mm. Okay. As I told you, length into throat thickness. Length is perpendicular to this plate right now. Throat thickness has to be calculated. If you know all this, you please tell me. I'll go further. If you say all this, we remember it. If you remember it, I'll go further. I'll solve the problem only. So here, I'll do like this. Even though it is dotted, I'll show full only here. See, it is connected here. Then you draw this line like this so that this angle is 90 degrees. So this is a enlarged view of the cross section of the weld. So you can see here, this is what we call it as size of the weld. This is size of the weld here and here. Here also it is size of the weld. The resisting plane is this. The resisting plane is, I don't know whether you can imagine this. This is the throat thickness, we call it TT or TE sometimes. Since it is 45 degrees, sine or cos 45 is 0.707 only. So T is equal to, in terms of size of the weld, 0.707, but we don't consider that much, only 0.7 times the size. You need to imagine one plane. It is inclined plane right now because the dimension is T and the perpendicular dimension is L. So I'll try to show it. It is not easy to show that plane actually. I'll just later on I'll show the photograph of that. But see here, I'll try to draw this. The plane will be something like this. The plane which is resisting the force. This is the T dimension T, that is throat thickness. And you go to you try to imagine the perpendicular direction of this. It goes like this. Are you getting this point? This is a L or LE. So this is the plane which is resisting the, this is the plane which resists the external force. So the plane is rectangular, inclined plane it is rectangular. The one of the dimension is T, the dimension which is normal to T is L. Okay, in that way you have to understand this one. I'll just try to draw one more here. In this one here, one inclined, this one is there. This is the plate. I'll just give you the diagram again in the from the book only. I'll just show it. But if you can understand this here, this is the T and the length is LE. That is the rectangular plane which is trying to resist the external force. That is how it is designed. So going back to your here. So what is to be done here is load carrying capacity of the weld is stress into cross-sectional area. The stress is calculated experimentally. You can see this formula is again this one. Fu by root 3. Fu by root 3. So what is Fu here? It is the ultimate stress of the material. 410 it is usually. Here it is. I'll just enlarge it, observe. Okay. See here. Now the basic formula for this one is resistance offered by the weld is this. In this one, FWD is this one. This is FWD. Now this is Fu by root 3. It means whenever a weld is there, whenever a member is connected with welds, stress in the material of the weld, if it is 410, exactly that much stress is not we are getting experimentally. So one constant, they might have tried many trial and error constants. Finally, they say Fu by root 3 is the value. Fu by root 3 is the that much of ultimate stress a weld can possess. Again, you further divide this by partial safety factor for weld, which is gamma MW. This gamma MW can be either 1.25 or it can be 1.5. If the welding is carried out at the site, it is 1.5. If the welding is, if the fabrication, everything is done at the site, the perfection level will not be much. So higher value of partial safety factor is taken if the welding is done at the site. If the welding is done in the shop under the supervision, what will happen is I can reduce this gamma MW so that FWD will be higher. FWD will be higher if this is smaller. It is 1.25. So this will be taken when the welding is carried out in the shop. Okay. So it will result in a constant here. A constant value you are getting here. See this 410. I'll substitute root 3. 1.25. I am assuming that the fabrication or the welding is done in the shop. Otherwise, this value will be different. If it is 1.5, the value of FWD will be different. So finally, what I will do, I'll substitute this value 189.4 if at all the welding is done at the in the shop into length is directly measured from the figure. Size of the weld will be given 6 mm or 8 mm like that. Size will be given. So this yes, whatever I'm telling, yes is given. From the size, I can get 0.7 times yes. I'll use that one and I'll find this PUW. Okay, this is what we have done in starting point of welded connections. Example number 1 of welded connections, which was there in steel structures, that is 6M. So let us come back to our second SEM of MTech. So I'll solve it. I think this much information is enough for you to understand the problem that I'm going to solve, which is there for MTech level. I need to check whether this solution is downloaded or what. Otherwise, I have to again. I'll just solve this problem and we'll stop it. Beam column connection. When a beam is connected to a column, the following types. I'll not go into the details of that here. Just I have taken this particular this one from Ramamurtam textbook. I'm referring Subramanyam and Ramamurtam here, and also Duggal. When the connection does not provide restraint against rotation, see this one here. First small theory is there. So direct web fillet welded connection. See this one here. Both are one is a column here. As you can see, this is side view where whatever eye you can see here, this is the beam. This eye shaped beam is connected to again eye shaped column. If you look at the side view here, I think you can understand all this. I don't need to go into the this one here. You can see the side view here. This is the column. This is the beam which is connected here. Beam is connected to directly it is welded to the flange of the column. Both are eye sections. So this is how it weld is done. When there is when the joint when it is not resisting any moment. Very simple problem. It is very basic example where the joint is not supposed to resist any moment. It has to resist the reaction that is coming from the beam. Such a situation will not be there in the real life actually, but still we need to understand this, we should start from the easy problem first as per your syllabus here. See, in this case the beam transmits its end reaction to the column entirely by shear. This connection is made by, because you see this the weld is like this, the weld is applied like this side by side, directly shearing is taking place, reaction it has to resist the vertical force. Both these welds together they are supposed to resist the vertically up force because reaction is coming down here. See this one, the force that is you can see this. Why I have shown upwards here? Because the reaction is acting downwards. So this weld is subjected to, the weld has to resist the reaction. That is what the meaning here is. So the length of the weld HW on each side of the web and its size are such that, okay, necessary design to resist the factored reaction is provided. The size of the weld may be chosen about 0.7. This is as per the code book. This sentence is important. I'll underline it. Just see that one. What is important in this entire statement is the size of the weld may be chosen about 0.7. Now, what it means here is, what it means you can see here. See, the web of the beam is connected to flange of the column. Are you following this? The web of the beam is connected to flange of the column here. So in connection with that only, this notes is there. Okay. In connection with this only, you can read this underline here. The size of the weld may be chosen as 0.7 of web thickness of beam or flange thickness of column. Very clearly it is given web thickness of beam or flange thickness of column, because these two are connected. Okay, flange of column is connected to web of the beam. That is why you just see those thicknesses. Okay, let us say one is 10, one more is 12 mm. It is not like that, but I am telling you, one of the thickness is 10 mm. For example, web thickness of beam is 10 mm, flange thickness is 12 mm. What will be the size of the weld? It is 0.7 times whichever is the higher thickness. That I'll show you in the problem here. So I'll go to the example here because we are left with 5 minutes. Okay, see this one. And see the beam ISMB. Beam is ISMB here. See, I'll read the problem. ISMB 400 and the weight is given, weight per meter, has to transmit a factored reaction of 160 kN. So the beam is of such a span and such a loading that it has produced a reaction of 160 kN to the flange of a column ISHB. So ISHB is the column, ISMB is the beam. Those details are there. Design a simple direct web fillet welded connection. I am trying to design the joint now. One of the easiest examples is this one. How to get it observed here. Connection is to be done at the site they are telling. Read the last sentence here. Connection is to be done at the site, which means gamma MW is there. No, it is 1.5 now. Because at the site means it is not 1.25, it is 1.5. So find out FWD. Stress in the weld FWD is equal to FU by root 3 into gamma MW. So this is the value is 157.8. Okay. Now I have to design the size. I should get the size of the weld. Now for that one, you look at web thickness of the beam, because web of the beam is to be connected to flange of the column. So from steel table, you will find that web thickness is 8.9 mm of the beam. Flange thickness of the column is 9 mm. So 0.7 times whichever is higher out of these two. That was what I was telling there. 0.7 times 9, 6.3. So you can very well choose 6 mm and solve it. There is, as I told you, design will not be unique. Design will not be unique. There is a major this one about designs. Major thing that you learn about designs is if somebody uses 6 mm and he designs it, what he may get the higher length, that's all, length will be more. So design is always not unique. There can be n number of solutions for any given design, but it should fall within the criteria stipulated by code books. That is why code books have come into picture because of this. At least it should fall within certain range. Even though the design is not unique, but it must fall in particular range. That is why IS code stipulations are there. Now you can see here. Now you can see this one here. So this is what I have done is I have assumed in the textbook he has assumed here 0.7 times the higher thickness, which is 9, 6.3. You could have very well chosen 6 mm and you could have solved it, but 8 mm weld is selected. 6.3, 7 mm is not available. 8 mm weld they have selected. For 6.3, they went to higher number, which was 8 mm. So I am telling you, even 6 mm is also you can try, you will get it. Only the length will be more. So here you can see, okay, see this one here. So force resisted. Now the force developed in the welds must be equal to how much? 160 kilonewton. So equate these two. That is, resistance offered by the weld must be equal to the external force to be resisted. So how to do it? You look at the RHS here. As I told you, it is the simplest example. This is the reaction to be resisted by the weld. This is the force developed in the weld. What is that one? What is that? Stress into cross-sectional area. Stress into L into throat thickness. Throat thickness is 0.7 times the size. Okay. Then HW. What is this HW? HW is height of one weld on one side. Height of one weld on one side. This is HW. I'll just show it. This is HW here, this much. Okay. So this side HW, this side HW, 2 HW is shown here. So what is this 157.8? It is the stress in the weld, which is Fu by root 3 into gamma MW. Gamma MW was taken as 1.5. That value is this. Stress into, in a simple way, what we can say, all of you type your USN here in text box. So this is stress into area. So in this one, H is unknown, calculated. 90.5. Again, we can keep 91, 92, anything here, but the author has put it as 95 m. If you keep 90.5 only, theoretically it is accepted. In the answer paper, it is accepted. Practically, at the site, you cannot tell your fabricator, you go with 90.5 mm. You tell him 92 mm or 95 mm, something like that. That will work. Again, I told you, design is not unique. Somebody will say 92 mm here, somebody will say 95. Both are accepted because, as I told you, there are n number of solutions for any given design problem. So here, I'll just remove all this. Time is almost over here. Very simple problem it is. Any questions in this case?
No, sir.
All of you type your in the text box, type your USN. So this is why this is taken as a simplest example, because there is no moment here. It is not the beam is not fixed. If the beam was fixed, again there will be a moment at the fixed end. That moment as well as the reaction you have to decide. That will be next example. So you can type your USN here in the text box. Type your USN.
Still US not.
Hmm? USN is not there. Eh?
No, sir.
Type your name.
Okay, sir.
In the meanwhile, there is any question here related to your basics. I took very basics, elementary things I have taken. So this is 189 here it is coming. In our case, what has happened? It is 150 because 1.25 is taken. If the welding is done, as I told you, that is the formula here. So you have to be careful.